All right, so we finished our story, Snail, Snaily Snails, and we learned a lot of cool information about snails and all the different kinds of snails there are. Now I have our pet garden snails from our classroom for you guys to investigate. So I'm gonna scoot this a little closer. And do you see them down here? Can you tell what they're eating? That's right. They're eating a carrot. We've learned that carrots are one of their favorite foods. And do you want to know what's kind of funny about that? When they eat carrots, their poop is orange. Isn't that weird? Orange food means orange poop. But here we see them. And can you see their tentacles? Let's get a little closer here. There we go. There's two of them there. They're kind of slithering around. They're waking up right now because remember we learned that they're nocturnal. They prefer to come out at dark. But it's not nighttime right now, it's daytime, and they're still here. And look at this one. He's climbing over his friend. Can you see that? He is climbing right on top of his friend. He's gonna slither over his friend. Trying to let you guys get a good look at these fun little creatures. There, that's a good view. Do you see that guy? What is he doing? Slithering over his friend. There's also some pieces of apple in here and some big pieces of lettuce for them. Because they really like fresh food. They even like it when it's a little rotten. Now, can you see the tentacles on this one? Do you see the tentacles? And this one has tentacles right here. Let's see, let's scoot back a little. And do you remember what's on the very tips of the tentacles? That's right. Those are its eyes. So it's really looking around right now. Whoa, Timber! He just tipped over a little bit, didn't he? And then he put his head in his shell, I think. Oh no, the other one's head's in the shell? He's right on top of his friend. Very funny. Wow, he is a very curious snail today, isn't he? That's a better view. And where is this friend's? He's right on top of the other one's head. Ooh, he's getting really interesting. Do you see it? And this is a good view of a face of a snail. And you can even kind of see its mouth. Its mouth is right under the small tentacles. Remember, the big tentacles have the eyes on top, and the small tentacles help it to feel the world. And right in between the small tentacles, it has a teeny tiny mouth, which is really hard to see, but sometimes when you watch them eat, you can see it open up its mouth. Do you guys think snails move quickly or slowly? What have you noticed so far? Are they moving quickly or are they taking their time? That's right, snails are pretty slow. They like to take their time. I'm gonna help this guy out a little bit, get him off the other guy. Oh, there's the other one's face. Hi, everyone. There. See, I scared them and I made them go back into their shell. Now, you might have noticed that I keep spraying some water in here. Remember that we read that snails like it to be really wet? That's kind of something that helps them to wake up. So when I spray water on them, they think, oh, it's a nice, wet, rainy day. I get to come out of my shell. Oh, and here comes our little guy. He's starting to get brave again. I just took him off of his friend because I was curious about where his friend's head was. And now he's coming back out of his shell. Can you see? His little tentacles are starting to come out. His eyeballs are peeking. Oh, and this one's discovered the carrot. Remember I said they love carrot. All right. So we have parts of a snail work for you to work on. And I thought we might talk about these things. So you can write the word if you would like to, or you can cut it out and glue it, or you can just color the picture if you don't want to do the words. It's your choice. Does anybody remember what's on top of the tall tentacle that helps them to see their world? That's right. That's where their eyes are. So right here we would say eye. And then what are these? I just said it. Tentacles! Do you remember how many they have? They have 4 tentacles. That's right. And then do you remember I was talking about what is right here between their small tentacles and it's a little hard to see? It's their mouth. And they really need to have mouths because they eat food. So snails do have mouths. They're just hard to find. Down here, we have the body of a snail. The snails have bodies. And then this part of a snail that the snail slithers on and helps it to move from place to place, it's called a foot. Isn't that weird? It's not like our foot. It's very, very different. But this is what a foot looks like for a snail. That's how it is. Now, what's this part called? This very important thing that they can hide in, and it helps to keep them safe from other animals that might want to eat them. Do you remember? It starts with shh. That's right. It's the shell. The shell is very important for snails. They have their home wherever they go. Now we have one last thing that I was hoping to show you a picture of because it's a really cool thing. So I'm not sure if one of these guys will stay out long enough for me to show you. But this is their breathing hole. So under their shell, near their foot, is a special hole. And that's how they breathe air. They don't breathe air through their mouths like we do. They breathe through their breathing hole, which is under their shell. Snails are so different than humans. So I hope you have fun doing your worksheet and coloring it and labeling all of the parts. I want to see if I can find a breathing hole real quick to show you. Let's see. Might be hard to see. But this one, do you see right here, right under this shell? Do you see that hole at the top? That's the breathing hole. This guy does not want to stop eating his carrot. He's letting me pick him up. That's where they breathe. That's how he's getting his air right now, is right here in that hole. That's the breathing hole. Wow, he didn't mind that one bit. He just wanted to keep munching his carrot. All right, guys, I hope you've had a lot of fun exploring snails with me today. I love these guys. These are our special classroom pets, so we get a lot of love and joy from them. So I'm glad to share them with you. So say goodbye to our snaily snails. Have a great day.